welcome back to the channel. I wanted to do a real quick review of my vintage Fossil watch. This is the Big Tick version. This is a watch that I purchased for around $40 as a teenager, and it's something that I've had ever since. So this is at least 25 years old, believe it or not, and it's held up very, very well. Not a sapphire crystal, but as you can see, it's got a couple scratches in it. But I mean, overall, I have to say this watch held up pretty well. I have not touched it in regards to polishing or anything, but maybe I'll do a video on that to show you guys what it will look like to actually restore a watch like this, because a lot of the stuff can be buffed out and look brand new. So let's dive right into this watch, shall we? This watch has two batteries. Take a look at my DIY video in regards to how to change the battery, but also reset the Big Tick. Something that you're not going to find anywhere else on YouTube. So you want to definitely check that out. So there's two batteries, one for the analog function, which is the hands, and one for the Big Tick in the back. Now, typically with a watch, and not all watches, but when you pull the crown out, the seconds will stop. But for this watch, if the battery dies for the analog function, the Big Tick will still tick, and vice versa. This watch actually looks very sharp without the Big Tick, and it just looks like almost like a cheap version. I don't even want to say a cheap version of Movado, but it looks very Movado-ish. You know, just because this watch was $40, this watch actually has like really solid metal to it. This is like a brushed stainless. Pretty impressive, to be very honest with you. I mean, you're not going to get a watch today for $40 and have this type of quality. They just don't do it anymore like this. Not in this price range. So that's that. The links are even like, what little links I do have, pretty, I mean, they're solid. They're not like the rolled metal that you get with like a lot of your cheaper watches even today. I mean even looking at like some of your Seikos and Citizens of this today, have lesser quality links than this Fossil. Let's put it that way. This is a cheap clasp. Nothing real big about it. There's an embossed Fossil logo here, and you've got your micro adjustments all the way up and down. Okay, this is a screw back, a screw case back. So you just need your case removal tool and just screw it off. So very easy. The case diameter is indeed and I just measured this. It is actually, believe it or not, 38 millimeter. Doesn't wear small at all. I've had this for, as I said, for so many years. I never knew what the size was. It wears very well. I never felt kind of, I mean, 38 is a pretty classic size. So, you know, I think it looks very decent on a wrist, and I just find this metal here very, very interesting. I really do. It looks very futuristic, and I think the watch aged well. I really do. You know, I'll never knock a Fossil even today. I mean, I think Fossil makes a decent watch. It's not my taste per se anymore, but this is a watch I'll definitely keep for life. I mean, the only thing that really you can tell that it has been worn is the under case here. You can see some of the like gold metaling coming through. You know, that's just a lot of wear. Case thickness is right around a 12 millimeter. So I mean, it's pretty sleek. Look, it's a vintage Fossil. I mean, what else do you want with it? It's a quartz watch. It's going to keep really accurate time. It's going to be more accurate than your automatics of today. We know this already. This is not really any new news to any watch enthusiast. The invention of the quartz watch is what almost led to the demise of a lot of the Swiss brands that we know today, because these quartz movements are so affordable to produce and are so affordable to buy that it almost knocked out the watch industry altogether. These quartz, not this particular, but just quartz watches in general. So just a little bit of a factoid for you guys there. You could definitely look that one up. Real quick story on the Fossil here. I was 16 years old, and my best buddy at the time, and actually he still is my best friend today, he was across the street. And the way that I used to drive, I'd have my hand out or my arm out the window, and he yelled across the street, like, "Yo, is that a Movado?" And I'm like, "What's a Movado?" And he got closer and he saw, "Oh, that's a Fossil. Okay, yeah, I thought it was Movado." I'm like, "Dude, I don't know what a Movado is." So that was the first time I actually even heard of what a Movado is. So
Action.
Thank you for watching Average Joe Watch Reviews. Please like and subscribe and turn on those bells so you get notified for each video. Please share so that everyone else can subscribe and get notified, and you can spread the word of the best channel, Average Joe Watch Reviews. Please subscribe.